The idea was simple: leave land behind and live on the water for 4 months in Alaska. Most people dream of warm beaches, but I craved the wild north, a challenge whispered on the wind. The plan: navigate the Inside Passage, a maze of waterways through ancient forests and mountains. This wasn't just a trip, it was a test of survival and self-discovery. Alaska promised a rhythm dictated by tides, weather, and wildlife, a chance to live by an ancient clock. My boat, the Wanderer, would be my home and shield in this untamed wilderness. Preparing was a battle months spent studying charts, packing supplies, and planning for every scenario. Out there, it's just you, your crew, and the wild. No backup. Every piece of gear had one purpose: survival. We anticipated storms, engine failures, and injuries. Preparation was our lifeline. Casting off, a profound freedom washed over me as the world shrank behind us. Ahead lay glaciers, dense forests, and a silence so deep you could hear your heartbeat. The adventure had begun. No turning back. Nature set the challenge, and I was ready to face it. This was about pushing limits and embracing hardship. Only by stepping far beyond comfort could I discover the true rewards of the wild. The journey was underway, and the unknown awaited. Alaska was calling, and I answered. Waking up on a boat in Alaska is a world apart from life on land. No alarms, just the rocking hull and distant seabirds. Mornings began before sunrise, stepping onto a deck surrounded by silent, snow-dusted mountains. The ritual: hot tea or coffee, warming hands and spirit against the chill. A quick check of anchor and weather. Vigilance is survival here. As the sun pierced the mist, the landscape revealed its wild beauty. Sometimes a seal or otter would appear, reminding me I was a guest in their world. These quiet moments set the tone: gratitude, reflection, and focus on what truly matters. Each morning was a privilege, a reminder of the wild's gift. Life on the Wanderer settled into a rhythm shaped by the sea. Navigation was constant, threading through islands and channels, reading both GPS and the water itself. Cooking in the cramped galley was a challenge. Meals were simple, hearty, and sometimes featured a freshly caught fish. Every day meant maintenance, checking the engine, rigging, and systems, fixing problems before they grew. The boat became more than transport. It was our partner in survival. As evening approached, finding safe anchorage was critical. Sheltered coves, secure holding ground, dropping anchor was precise. Only then could we relax. The day's work ended with the silence of the Alaskan wilderness settling around us. Each day demanded focus, adaptability, and respect for the environment. The routine was demanding, but it forged a deep connection to the boat and the wild. Every task mattered. Survival depended on it. The rhythm of life aboard was both grounding and exhilarating. We were safe for another night, surrounded by nature's vastness. Our journey was a slow crawl through breathtaking scenery. No rush, just immersion. We navigated deep fjords, granite cliffs towering above, waterfalls thundering down. The boat felt tiny in this cathedral of nature. Glaciers were the highlight. Rivers of ice groaning, calving with thunderous crashes. Long summer days blurred time, letting us explore late into the glowing twilight. Sunsets painted the sky in surreal colors, each one a masterpiece. We visited legendary places: Glacier Bay, Tracy Arm, sailing among whales and icebergs. Each location had its own story, written in rock, ice, and water. This was more than sightseeing. It was immersion in nature's raw power. Every day deepened our awe for Alaska's wild artistry. Alaska's beauty hides a brutal side. The weather rules everything. Calm could vanish in an hour, replaced by howling winds and crashing waves. Our first real storm was terrifying. The boat tossed like a toy, spray freezing on deck. Survival meant preparation, securing gear, donning heavy weather gear, reefing sails, and staying calm. Panic was the real enemy. Focus kept us safe. Loneliness crept in too. Days without seeing another soul made the wilderness feel endless. The silence could be peaceful or oppressive, forcing us to confront ourselves. Teamwork and routine helped us endure the mental strain. Stormy nights were the hardest, darkness absolute, sleep impossible. Every shudder of the boat a reminder of our vulnerability. But surviving built confidence. When the sun returned, relief was overwhelming. We'd been tested and proven strong. Alaska demanded respect and we learned to give it. Each storm left us more resilient, more connected to the wild. The elements shaped us as much as the landscape. We learned to trust each other and ourselves. The wild was unforgiving, but it made us stronger. Every calm after the storm felt like a victory. Living remotely meant supplies were precious, no quick trips to the store. Our route depended on small towns for resupply. Arriving felt like entering a metropolis after weeks in the wild. Fresh food was a luxury, and every visit was a chance to recharge and repair. We learned to fish for salmon and halibut, forage for berries, and identified edible plants. Gathering food was more than survival. It was a connection to the land and sea. Resourcefulness became second nature. Nothing was wasted. Every drop of water, every bit of food mattered. This mindset was a stark contrast to modern throwaway culture. Conservation and mindful consumption became daily lessons. Living off the land taught us respect for our resources. The wild made us better stewards of what we had. Alaska's wildlife was a daily spectacle, front row seats to nature's drama. Humpback whales surfaced near the boat, their breath echoing across the water. We watched orcas hunt, their power and intelligence on full display. On shore we encountered black bears and grizzlies. Always from a safe distance. Always with respect. Seeing a grizzly reminded us of our place in the food chain. Bald eagles soared overhead, diving with precision for fish. Their abundance signaled a thriving ecosystem. Every encounter was a reminder of the wild's raw beauty. Each day brought new stories and moments of awe. We were privileged guests in Alaska's living theater. Alaska's people are as remarkable as its landscapes. In small harbors, we met fishermen and locals whose resilience shaped our journey. Their advice, where to anchor, what to avoid, was invaluable. We learned from indigenous cultures, their stories and totem poles connecting us to ancient traditions. These encounters grounded us, adding depth to our adventure. Community was essential for survival in this remote place. The warmth and wisdom of the people stayed with us long after we left. Alaska's human spirit was as inspiring as its wildness. As the journey ended, emotions ran deep: pride, sadness, and gratitude. The boat, once our universe, would soon be docked and still. The lessons were profound practical skills, but more importantly, simplicity and resilience. Joy came from experiences, not possessions. A sunset, a whale, a warm meal. The wild tested my limits and revealed my strength. Facing storms and challenges stripped away ego, leaving humility and confidence. The wilderness changed my priorities and recalibrated my senses. 4 months in Alaska was more than a trip. It was a pilgrimage. I returned stronger, with a deeper appreciation for wild places and the untamed spirit within. The call of the wild north will echo in me forever. Alaska taught me what truly matters. The adventure may be over, but its lessons endure. The wild is now a part of who I am.